Thank you very much, dear colleagues, for selecting our poster for this nomination that I am able now to speak with you and talk about our initiative. My name is Mariam Jorjadze. I come from Georgia, very small country in South Caucasus. Often people don't know where it is located, and when I tell that I come from Georgia, many think, despite my English, they think that I come from USA. So no, Georgia is a small country in South Caucasus with a population about 3.7, a bit more, million population, and 69,000, almost 70,000 square kilometers, 43% of which is agricultural land. Official language of Georgia is Georgian, language which does not belong to any other type of, so it is Kartvelian language, which we call ourselves Kartveli. So it is very local language spoken by about 5 million people. And also script, if you see our logo, is also different from any other scripts. What I can also say about Georgia, that at present 20% of our territory is occupied by Russia. As about our organization Biological Farming Association Elkana was founded in 1994. This is one of the first non-governmental organizations established in Georgia after collapse of Soviet Union. And we remain one of the biggest non-governmental organization working in agricultural field. We started as an extension organization, but step by step we needed to undertake also other activities, because in that period, after collapse, in a very difficult situation in the country, nobody was working in almost nobody was working in agriculture. And we work in different directions all over the Georgia. Our direction is again organic farming. We also work in rural tourism, in rural development, and in protection of farmers' rights, and of course on conservation of agricultural biodiversity. This activity has started in our organization since 1996. Georgia belongs to the Near East center of the cultivated flora, and especially for wheat, it used to be a very rich country because at present I knew that there were 14 wheat species cultivated in Georgia by recent data by Mariam Jorjadze from 2 days ago. I hear that it grew to 15 species. 5 of them are endemic to Georgia. But this diversity of wheat and other cereal crops was almost completely lost because of Soviet plant economy, which was oriented only on main cash crops like citruses, wine and tea, producing for a big Russian or Soviet market. And staple food and grain crops were imported to Georgia. And people abandoned cultivation of those crops, and these crops were just preserved in the scientific research institutions, which also fall to the ruin after collapse of Soviet Union. So also these very precious collections of seed material were almost lost when in 1996 the head of Department of Cultivated Flora from the Botanical Institute approached us as a farmers' organization to help him to renovate seed material. And this coincided with the moment when there was also scarcity of seed material in Georgia. I mentioned that it was a planned economy with high value cash crops. And during Soviet time, Georgia was one of the richest republics. But after collapse of Soviet Union, immediately people were starving because all marketing and supply links were broken, and you can't survive just on tea, citruses of wine, especially when you already can't sell them because of civil and other type of wars in which country was involved. Therefore, it was a really very difficult situation, and government distributed land to rural population, and the people were trying different seed material. And that was the first time when farmers who tried some seeds and also sampled them, they became interested, and this was the start of our agricultural biodiversity program, which continues since that up to now. And actually the seed material, especially now I will talk about one of them, bread wheat. This is Achaltzichuri. Achaltzich is a place, kind of, in translation it's Newcastle, place in South Georgia, which was former granary of Georgia. So there were numerous different varieties and modifications of different wheats, almost in every village before. But all this tradition was lost, and in Achaltziche we started a multiplication of these seeds of this wheat, which has very specific characters, especially organoleptic characters. When you taste it, you think that it is flavored with some spices. It's very special wheat. And starting with some handful of seed material, with a special program just invented by us. We were giving some amount of seed to farmers, asking them to return back 1.5 of the portion of the seed material they received from us. So we were able to grow number of farmers involved in this program. We also arranged seed multiplication plot in same place, in Samtsche Javacheti, near Achaltziche, city of Achaltziche. And there we were multiplying seeds and organizing different workshops for farmers, teaching them how to cultivate, how to use, etc. So through our programs we were able to establish the sources of primary seed material for selected land races. In wheat it was Achaltzichuri Tsiteli Doli. This is Triticum aestivum, varietas ferugenum. We also worked a lot to strengthen capacities of local farmers and helping them through consultations and training. We also supported cooperation between scientists, farmers, extension workers, and this proved very effective. And also we supported farmers in accessing markets. And if I can talk now some Results we have on the photo now. You see this wheat and the bread, traditional Georgian bread, which is baked in the oven. It needs special high quality of flour to bake bread in, because you have to stick dough to this oven, and it can fall if it is not good quality. Fall and burn if it is not good quality wheat. So we were able to achieve certain type of, at least at this stage, political support in the governmental structure for supporting conservation of wheat species. At least this is included in the national biodiversity strategy and action plan, and also planning document of this 2 years plan document considers financing of this conservation activities after from the next year. Also, we organize documentation of all materials, including extension materials on those wheat species. And many farmers who were involved in this program were small-scale farmers, and they mainly use until now this wheat from own consumption. But there are already several quite successful farmers who are involved certain value chains, supplying directly restaurants or having their own bakeries. So this is proving to be successful business. Since last year we started to work on restoration and another wheat which is endemic to Georgia. This is Triticum cartlicum, and we established international cooperation with the Heritage Seeds Conservancy Initiative with Eli Rogoza, and we have plans to further enhance our activities. And I'm very happy also to say that there is, independently from our organization, already Georgian Wheat Growers Association established in 2017, which is aiming at heritage wheat conservation, and and they are preparing to submit documentation for UNESCO nomination of intangible cultural heritage. So this is shortly our results and some of the programs and the donors that were supporting our program. I would like to thank you again for selecting my presentation. You have our poster, and if you have any further question, you can write to us or directly ask here. Thank you for listening.